Good evening guys, Mike here again from MIM Reptiles. Apologies for the lack of videos the last 2 weeks. I've just been really busy, obviously since the reptile show, handling my new geckos, getting these guys fed and watered and the usual family life stuff. So this is the fifth and possibly final video in my Fact vs Fiction series. As you can tell by the title, it's all about whether snakes and reptiles sort of like to be handled, or tolerate being handled, or somewhere in between. So there's obviously lots of different theories about this. Paulie here likes definitely to be out of his viv. Whether he likes being handled by me or just being out of his viv might be a different question. Definitely likes being out, being out of his viv, exploring, having a look around. He did eat. He's using up the rest of my mice from my freezer at the minute, so we had 3 large mice last week. Just to get those used up, he sort of eats anything and everything, which is always good. So, I mean, my personal thoughts on if snakes like being handled, I'm sort of, sorry to put it, but sort of on the fence on this one. I'm not sure whether they like being handled, but in my case, my snakes certainly tolerate being handled. Once they're out, they like to interact with me, they like to have a look around, like to have a roam. Whether they sort of like to be handled by myself or just by anyone, Archie, my boa, is definitely more likes to be handled by myself as opposed to other people. You can tell that from his body language. Paulie here has only really ever been handled by myself and my wife, so he's used to us. So I think they do tolerate being handled for the sake of getting out and about, having a look around. Whether they like to be handled may be a different story. If you let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this topic. I know there's lots of different schools of thought on it. Whether you think they enjoy being handled. Does it depend on the snake's personality? Does it depend on their upbringing? Whether they're a rescue or anything. So let me know in the comments below. A quick shout out as well to Shed Reptiles, Joe at Shed Reptiles. Really nice, decent guy I met at the reptile show. I've subsequently checked out his YouTube channel, really good channel. So go and check that out. The link for that will be in the description below. So I'm just cleaning Paulie out, so I thought I'd do a quick video on him. I will have an update on my new crested geckos in the next video for you. Hopefully I'll have that out at the weekend, just to get back up to speed with sort of update videos. So you can see here Paulie sort of doesn't mind being handled. He sort of comes up to my hand, doesn't mind me touching him on the face or anything. That's probably more to do with me handling him since I got him, every other day pretty much, or every 2-3 times a week. He's got used to human interaction. So as I say, I'll do a crested gecko update video / handling video of those 2 crazy buggers at the weekend, if not early into next week. So thanks again guys. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed this series. I'll be doing a new series in the next coming few weeks. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And also comment below with your thoughts on if snakes like to be handled or whether they just tolerate it, or schools of thought for both. So it's from me and Paulie here, my carpet python. Have a good night and cheerio.